Hi, this is Debbie from Simply Special Crafts. Today I'm going to share with you the Radiant Roses kit by Hunkydory. Radiant Roses is an enormous and beautiful kit filled with all different kinds of styles and colors of roses. If you like roses like I did, you won't be disappointed in this kit. I wanted to show you that it does come with a full color inspiration sheet, including the instructions for the two specialty cards. But let's take a quick look at those now. First card we're going to take a look at here is this, what's called Trifold Aperture card. It actually creates its own mats the way it folds in on itself, and you can see there's two pretty layers of matting over the floral design. It actually comes with Velcro to create the closure, and you can either write in the borders on the inside or use the back for your nice message. I actually write on the back a lot of times with these. These do come with envelopes, and you get 4 of them. Let me show you briefly how we do that. Your card blank comes like this, and you'll get 4 of these. We're going to pop out these center pieces and use those in different cards, and I'll show you some examples using these. And then there's 2 fold lines here. You'll actually kind of create almost a little book by folding on both of those fold lines. And once we've popped these out and we put our images on the inside, you get that pretty floral image peeking out through the double mats. Isn't that going to be striking? These are fun and easy to make. These are the images that we will build up to put on the inside of these cards. And these we're going to use for a different card, but these are the 3 images in the different colors that we'll use for inside those trio Aperture cards. And this is what we're going to use the other one on each sheet for. This is a pretty little easel card that you'll create using the other punch-out pieces there. This is already pre-scored and pre-folded, so all you have to do is fold it here, add your images and some little embellishments. I do want to show you something that I particularly liked about these cards that was unusual. If you'll see on the sheet, they actually come with 2 little extra corner pieces here, and I thought that was a lot of fun because it just kind of adds just a little something extra to the face of the card to have those 2 little corners there. You use a piece of the ribbon that's supplied down the center of the sheet. It's not really ribbon, but it looks like ribbon. Down the center of the sheet to go across, and then use your greeting so the card stands up. Folds flat to go in an envelope. Isn't that pretty? I told you I'd show you what I did with some of these little pieces that we punched out. It says sending you butterfly wishes and hugs and kisses, and for a card or 2, that was okay, but having 4 of those was a bit much to me, so I covered them up with some of my other images from the kit. Let me show you what I did. Here's one of those hugs and kisses that I've covered up with a little circular piece from the kit. Then I added some little tiny rhinestones in the center to just kind of give that a little bit of extra bling, and I really like the way that turned out. So underneath I have this, and a piece of cardstock cut to look like ribbon in the background. Add my little round piece, add my greetings, and this was all mounted on top of gold mirror board on my 5x5 card. But didn't that turn out pretty? And that's using one of those little pop-out pieces. Here's another one. Same basic concept. In this one I used 2 different pieces of cardstock and kind of left a gap between the 2 of them because I liked the way that looked. Put a little piece of ribbon through underneath and added a little image on top. And once again, I kind of really got into adding those centers to the flowers because I liked the way they looked. Yet another. This time I took one of the tags that's included on one of the topper sheets, and this time I took one of those background sayings. I took the smaller one and layered on top of it just because I liked the way the colors went together. Layered on top of that, and then on top of that I added the tag, again a piece of cardstock through the back there just to kind of tie it all together, a few little rhinestones, and I love the way it turned out. Once again, I've put that all on gold mirror board on my 5x5 card. And here's one that I kept the saying and made a large card. I'll show you in a moment. This piece here comes as a pre-designed card for you to add your own special touches to. And so I have a 3D image, and then I have my little butterfly wishes, hugs, and kisses there, and it made a really generous size card. This will require extra postage. Let's take a look at some of the toppers on Adorable Scorable cardstock from this kit. Here's the little white wild roses. It's called Ivory Blossoms. Here's one called Purple Petals. Aren't those rich and beautiful? My favorite colors, so I can't help but think that's one of the best. The green and purple. These beautiful sunshine roses, it calls this. Pink Posy. Now, one of the things that's really unusual about this kit, I thought maybe it was a mistake when I was working on the kit that I grabbed to do this demonstration. You get 2 each of all of these beautiful topper sheets. So we get 2 of the yellow stackable images. Each sheet makes 2, so there's 4 cards. Here's 2 more in purples and greens. So we have 8 cards. Here's another 2 each. That'll make 12 cards. So you get 16 cards worth of these 3D images. And you can see it's very complete. There's just not a lot extra you have to do to those to have a really remarkable looking card. And let's look at the printed Adorable Scorable background sheets. Here's one of those cards I mentioned before where they actually just printed it such that there's 2 slightly different colors there to show you that that could be 2 different card faces. Same here. Isn't that pretty? These hazy background ones look beautiful when you add a topper over that. Nice generous yellow border there. Pretty purple flowers. Yellow with a border strip. Here's our famous foiled ones. You can see the foiling there. Beautiful foil treatment on the side. Whichever way I go, the foiling's going to be on the other side and it'll be upside down. Here's the yellow. Nice pretty foil strip there. Nice corner treatments here that can be card faces all by themselves. Another beautiful foiled border. Foiled border with some nice corner treatments. Okay, let's take a look at some of what we made out of those. Okay, here's out of that very first topper sheet. I made these 2. I had fun this time using some of these really large Dazzles in the big greeting set of Dazzles. There's some more toppers from the sheet. Here I've used some dark purple Adorable Scorable in the background. You could use velveteen paper and that would be stunning in here. And I split my frame. This was a 3-piece frame. I took 1 piece out so the purple would show through. Isn't that pretty? Add a little rhinestone and some ribbon. As usual, the rhinestones and ribbons are not included in this kit, but I put them on to show what you could do. Here's one of those pretty foiled borders. And just adding just a couple little touches. I put a little tiny border down here to kind of draw the purple back together. Add some bling. Add a ribbon, and it's really pretty. More. In total, this kit made more than 40 cards out of this one single kit. You can see that I've used foam tape, and I used the foam tape strip to go under this border so that it would stand up. And this is a really sturdy feeling card. In addition to that, I used another foam strip under here, which is slightly higher, and I don't know if it'll show on the camera, but it stands up just a tad more than the outside border. Beautiful, beautiful. And here's some of those yellow roses. Again, one of those great big greetings from Dazzles. Now what a simple card, but isn't that pretty? Here I've used one of those center step cards from hot off the press. And I like the way that looks. Here I've attached my topper right at the fold of my card and then cut around it to make a nice shaped card. Here's one of my printed corner treatments that I've just cut off and used that as the background of my card. I love this wishing you sunshine with those very bright yellow flowers, and then this was included as a little tag, and I just put it up in the corner because I liked the way it looked. Here's another one that I have done where I took the topper right up to the fold line and then cut around it so I could have a nice shaped card. A few more here. These are all made using parts of the printed Adorable Scorable as my card face. So very simple. Adding my holographic happy anniversary up here. This is all done on rainbow mirror. And my background, some silver jewel dazzles and a couple rhinestones in my centers. But didn't that turn out pretty? Very elegant. A sympathy card using that rose border. I've lifted this up with some 3D tape and put the whole thing on mirror board background. Very simple but effective. Again, cutting just the corner out of that larger sheet of printed background paper and using that as my card focal, as my topper. Another corner piece. Simple little happy birthday card. This time I've used gold straight line stickers around the outside as opposed to mounting it on mirror board. And some little wild roses. Have a fantastic day. This one I put matching ribbon under my border piece. So this and this are actually the same ribbon. I thought that turned out pretty. Okay, and finally, I'm going to race through these quickly. These are those topper sheets that I was telling you about. You get enough to make 16 cards, and you can make them very quickly and very simply once you put those 3D toppers together. So we have this one. And this one, I used a piece of crocheted lace on here and a matching bow. I like the way that looked. Many happy returns has kind of turned its way around there. I'll have to fix that. Here we go. Happy birthday. 3D rose. Here's using some of those leaves that were printed on the Adorable Scorable, and I just I used one side and then cut a piece and mounted to the other side, but I like the way that looks. So once again, this has been the Radiant Roses kit from Hunkydory Crafts. This is an enormous kit from which you can easily get 40 cards if you make them the way I've made them. And you can find this and other wonderful Hunkydory kits at www.simplyspecialcrafts.com. I'm Debbie, and we'll see you next time.